This is a concept about corrective plastic surgery. I was seeing a lady last week who had just moved from another country, and she was asking me, says, Dr. Lamb, do you see these scars on my upper eyelids? I had an eyelid surgery, which I don't like. And I looked carefully, and yeah, I could see a scar there. And she says, well, what can you do about those scars? And I thought, well, I'm not going to cut on them again because it would probably be worse. She says, well, then about 15 minutes into the conversation, she says, well, how about the idea that I've got this double scar here? Can you fix that upper scar? And I said, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to create much improvement there. She goes, well, what can you do? I said, this is what I can do. I can tell you why you see the scars. I said, one, you probably didn't have a great relationship with your surgeon, and you probably can't give yourself forgiveness for having picked the surgeon. And she looked at me with this funny look, and she goes, wow, how old are you? And she said, that's only something, wisdom that comes to an 80-year-old. And I said, well, no, it's just because I see a lot of patients who've had corrective work, and I know what's in their mind. So what I want to address with you specifically, if you're coming to me for corrective work, is to offer yourself forgiveness. Because a lot of people say, look, there's a component where they say, I can't forgive the doctor for having done this, but there's almost this larger component, about 80%, that says, I can't forgive myself because A, I didn't do enough homework. Well, how much homework do you want to do? Or I didn't ask enough people around, or I didn't, whatever it may be. And it's oftentimes a self-blame where it says, look, I made this mistake and I don't want to make it again, and so I'm going through this crisis of thought where I'm not forgiving myself. And so this physical scar that's there will never be satisfied no matter what I do, because the physical scar is not the problem. It's the emotional scar that's there. And until I replace that relationship with a new one, you'll be living in a legacy of your past. And so forgiveness is the operative word. One is to forgive your previous surgeon, because most likely he didn't intend anything bad. He tried his best. But more importantly, it's a forgiveness most often people experience that they cannot let go of themselves. So a concept that I really want you to understand is really just allowing yourself to build a new relationship with me and start fresh again, and allow that emotional scar to dissipate. Because if it doesn't, you will never be able to see the work that I do, and you never will be able to be happy. So I just want to talk to you about that concept, and hopefully it makes sense to you.